Tiffany Carroll. How you doing, Tiffany?
I'm doing great. How are you, Jeff? Enjoying
I'm
the
very
weather?
good. I'm doing excellent, thanks.
Good.
So why don't we get started by just kind of sharing a little bit about yourself and about what you do?
Sure. I am a mother of three. I have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So far, two of them are in preschool, and the one is at home with me. So when I'm not taking care of the children, I am being a housewife. I run a connection group, Polka Dot Powerhouse, and it was founded in Wisconsin by Shannon. And from there, it's just chapters have been growing throughout the country, throughout the United States, and Missouri, Indiana, Wisconsin, uh, Hawaii, just Colorado, California, just all over. So
I want to join now. I want to join the Hawaii one.
yeah. Right now, that's part of my region right now temporarily. So
Oh,
I'm
really?
hoping we get a new chapter to launch in Hawaii, so I get to go over there and
That will work.
so.
That's excellent. So your mom, what made you decide to kind of go into that? What made you get involved with the group?
You know what it was? I think it was more or less I was trying to get involved with too many things on my plate because I was falling in love with a bunch of different companies and wanting to get my hands on them and be a part of it. And before I knew it, my plate was full. And then right then and there, Polka Dot was introduced to me through a friend on Facebook that I saw. And I just thought it was perfect because I was all about growing the teams, growing the networking, and just wanting to become involved. So instead of me taking on all these responsibilities and getting my hands in them, I can stay connected with everybody by running a group in the Joliet, Illinois area. So it's
Okay.
been keeping me focused with the outer world, however, decluttering my plate and staying focused.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's important to keep the brain ticking, even when you have the little ones.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. It's just I kept wanting because I was a full-time working downtown Chicago for so long, and then just now couple of years, just staying at home with the children, and it's just I keep wanting to get my hands in the workplace, but by direct selling company, I think, and just falling in love with all these products and just trying to fill in the time and just stay amongst my adult friends and colleagues, and I think that's where things started getting a little out of hand and out of control. So polka dots really kept me focused, and now just seeing the vision that Shannon has, I'm really wanting to grow and help her grow.
Excellent. We'll get into that in a second.
Sure.
So, yeah, you want to get your hands into things. What gears you up the most? Like, what do you get most excited with about what you do, whether it's in helping the polka dot group grow, or just doing what you do normally in everyday life? Like, what gets you charged up?
Jeff, I honestly, when I get new messages from people that come in and they're like, "Hey, I heard about polka. Can you tell me about it?" It just gets me all excited. Like, "Oh yeah, I touched somebody's interested," and then just hearing like after they start polka dot, just how their life has changed. So just hearing these stories and having them constantly be shared with me is really what keeps me motivated and going. And I'm also part of the launch team for Polka Dot. So again, traveling across the region and meeting different chapter members and potential members, just it really gets me. It really gets me excited in knowing that just growing and watching other people grow.
So yeah, so you get excited when you see other people growing.
Yeah.
Sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes you feel good that, their people are meeting their goals, they're achieving what they want to achieve, and it's all due to the people that they're being surrounded with on a daily basis.
So what made you that kind of person? What made you a person that cares so much about other people? Like, where did that come from?
I think it's after I had my children. You become unselfish, right?
Yeah.
Looking at
You're gonna have to drop that card after that, right?
Yeah, so after that, it's like, oh, I could care for these 3 children. I could care for everybody else. So, no. But seriously, I just think it's when I started the direct selling company, it's just from just watching other people grow on my teams and watching their excitement and how it's changed their lives. And I think that's pretty much where it all comes down from, is just seeing how you can how you can change somebody and better.
Sure. Yeah, to have a real impact out there is pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah, so sometimes you might impact one person, but that person might know a few more people, and it could get down the road, and they may be thanking you for for a reason that you didn't even know you had any input into. That's pretty
Exactly.
good. Yeah, no, I definitely feel you. So what do you do to kind of stay sharp and stay on top of your game? What are some of the things you do to stay kind of level?
I've really become goal oriented. As a matter of fact, I just ordered a planner, a new planner. So, it just really breaks it down from like yearly to monthly to weekly goals. So just writing these goals down every day, or, just starting your Sunday off, right? Okay, what do you want to accomplish that week? And just looking at them every day and just knowing, okay, this is what I need to do. This is where I need to stay focused. And this is what's gonna keep pretty much me on track and keep going. Because if you don't set it, if you don't plan, what's going to happen? You're going to be all over the road and just never know where to start and just unorganized. So.
Right. No, that's good. That's good advice. So on days where, because I'm sure the best laid plans, don't always work out, right?
Right. Yeah.
So on days where, things aren't so good, what are some of what are your go-to strategies that you use to kind of get yourself back in the game? Like, what do you do?
I go back to bed, Jeff.
just go in bed and curl up in a ball and say, I wish
wake up the next day. No, that's where I think I take a time out. I just refresh the brain. I just have me time, whether it's open up a book or just sit there on the couch and just kind of let your brain go and then get back into it and then just figure everything else. Because, everything falls back into place. As much as things stress us out and we're like, no, it can't be done. No, the world can't revolve unless I'm a part of it. It's just knowing that, yes, life goes on, things will happen, everything works out, whether or not you realize it at the time. So really just kind of distress yourself and take that few minutes that it takes to unwind and get right back into it. And then, if you got to reorganize your schedule, if something, like you said, if something didn't work out, or even if it's if you have something planned and you know that you can't, it's not going to work and it's really stressing you out, just take this up, because you never know. I mean, it's probably something that you need, and maybe the other person will agree to that they're not going to have your full focus or anything else. So.
Right. Yeah, so that's excellent advice, to kind of take a step back, take a deep breath. And
but other people know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's hard to do when things are so fast paced, though, isn't it?
Yeah, because you always want to say yes to everything. You always want to do what you think is going to make somebody else happy. But I've really learned to say no. It's not going to benefit either one of us if somebody's stressed about something, or if something's not going to work out, or if somebody just overscheduled their day, or whatever it is. If something didn't quite happen on the schedule that you planned, just let the other person know, or whatever it is. I mean, if it's my kids, just tell them, go have some personal play time while mommy reorganizes everything, or just do whatever you have to do. And if you have to say no, it's okay. People respect you for that.
Okay to say no. That's probably the best advice that you can give anybody, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's good advice.
I appreciate when I hear no. I mean, whether or not you want to hear it or not.
Well, I mean, I think everything can be put into context, right? So, yeah. I mean, you say no, but people are pretty understanding once they understand, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, that's good advice. I think most people that are in business, they just want to say yes to everybody, but saying no could probably get you further.
I agree.
So that's excellent. So if you were sitting across from someone that was contemplating going into business, or taking a leap, doing something that they're not used to doing or comfortable doing, what kind of advice would you give them if you had an opportunity to speak?
I would just tell them, everybody has that voice in your head that's wanting to say no, or that's faulting you on something that you might not be able to achieve at the time, or just you always have that voice. And just make sure that you surround yourself, and that if you have a goal or a dream, tell somebody that's going to be positive and somebody that you really know that you can trust to get you going to where you want to go. By telling the wrong person something, or something that you want to achieve, and just having them falter on your dreams and say, no, you can't, or are you sure that's okay, or is this really the right time, will really get you listening to that voice in your head. And just surrounding yourself with the right people, and telling the right people what you want to gain.
So where can they find the right people to surround themselves?
Well, I mean, you got your family member, right? Sometimes family members can be very honest with you, right? And they know that. I mean, even I tell my husband time to time stuff that I want to do, and he always sets me back. So for me, I found it in Polka Dot Powerhouse, because I've never been involved in a networking group like this. I don't really even like to call it networking. I like to more call it connecting. But I've never, the ones that I've been, you get the dramas, or you get the sin spinners that just sit and spin, and they don't really make the correct connections that you want to make. Or sometimes I looked at a mom's group or something, and even then, so since then, I think, it's just finding what fits for you. Polka Dot Powerhouse might not be for you, but if it is, then it is. If not, find that right group that you feel. And if you have to say no to that group and walk away because it's not fitting, then walk away and try something else.
Yeah, no, that's good advice. And it sounds like, from the little I know about the Polka Dot Powerhouse group, I think it's based on creating a positive environment, right?
Right.
And a support around it. And if there's any advice that I can give anybody, it would be, you need to hear people that'll ground you, but you got to surround yourself by people that believe in you too, right?
Yes.
And because it's tough, it's not easy. And there's going to be times where you give up, or you want to give up, and there's going to be people that are sitting right next to you that say, wait, this whatever drove you into this was so important back then, it's still important now. And to have people that can keep pushing you rather than say, oh, that's a bad idea, it's always good to have those people around you. So,
right.
I think support systems are huge, especially when you're in it for the right reasons. And so when you look at the passion, that's associated with what you do, you look at, the difficult times, because you got to have if you don't have the passion, then the difficult times end up weighing you down to the point where you just want to quit. Go find something else to do because it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you feel like your underlying driver is?
Honestly, I honestly think it's just watching everybody, and when not that I ever want to give up, but when something's not working the way I want it to work, or something happens, or just, and yes, and you just want to give up, something great always happens after that. I don't know what it is. It's just something, like I hear a story, or somebody shares something with me, or Shannon will, the founder, she'll call me and just tell me something awesome that just happened, and just all of a sudden then you're back in the game. You're like, okay, let me open up my planner, let me go back to what I was doing and get right back into it. And
right.
So there's always those success stories, I guess, that you hear, and then, or I always open up like the Facebook page and I read other people and what they achieved, and I'm like, okay, they're doing it, I know I can do it, right? Because we're all the same people.
Right.
There's nothing that makes the one person better than the other person. It's just where their goals are, and where they see their vision, and what keeps them pushing forward. So
right. Yeah, that's good. So we're both in the Cooperatizing Network, and that's where we met. That's why we're here. So if you had an opportunity to reach out to the group, and you could ask them to help you with anything, what would that be? And then maybe vice versa. Like, what are some of the things you can do to help them?
I mean, if anybody knows that somebody that Polka Dot that they know can help them, everybody has a friend that's struggling, or that even needs people in the community on a friendship level or on a personal level. I mean, if you know of anybody or that you know that will benefit from this community, just have them visit one of our meetings as a guest. Right now we have Newburgh, Joliet, and Orland Park chapters. And then, of course, like I mentioned before, we have an awesome global connect to where, you know, we have connects calls each month. And then we also have our Facebook page and then and our website.
Yeah, and you're in Hawaii too, like you said. So.
Yeah, and we're also in Hawaii, so if you want.
They take guests there, I'm sure.
Working on growing that area really quick. You know?
Exactly. So you just mentioned where everybody can get a hold of you. Is there any other way? I mean, do you feel comfortable giving out your phone number or anything like that if people want to get a hold of you and ask questions or?
Oh, sure. Yes, I do. My phone number is 815-791-0265. And then I also have an email address, and it's Tiffany Carroll, Tiffany, Carroll, 2 R's, 2 L's, 77@gmail.com. And then we also have a Facebook page, which I believe it's facebook.com Polka Dot Powerhouse Joliet, Illinois, I believe, or Joliet IL. Or you could just look us up online at polkadotpowerhouse.com.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate your time, Tiffany. This has been a lot of fun.
No, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. Yes, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the conversation and they jump online and they try to find you and fill up those groups of yours.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to mention one more thing. I mean, assuming by hearing the name Polka Dot Powerhouse, some people may not know, but we are a women's connection group. I mean, men, we don't, if a gentleman really wants to become involved, but yes, we're pretty much 100% women. So, just to throw that out there too.
Okay. That's excellent. So
discriminate. If a guy wants to come in, they can, but it's
they just have to wear polka dots. All righty. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and for the rest of you guys, we'll see you online soon.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, for your time.
Thank you.